Hi, Westfield. Now that you know what is going on in a project, I just want to show you some of the things that we'll be doing to start a project. So we're actually going to hit the button here that says New Project, and you're going to click on that. And the first thing it's going to ask you is, what is the title of this project? So maybe this is animals. Say I'm just working on a project on animals. So I'm going to type in animals, and then it's going to ask you for the citation style. You don't have to know too much about this, except for it's how the paper will look when we're done. So you're just going to click the first one. That's all. Don't worry about it. This last question, though, is pretty important. This is talking about the level, and kind of what that means is how complicated Noodle Tools is going to get. If you're a sixth grader, we want you at starter because you're new to this, and so we don't want things to be too complicated. But there are things that you need to do for a project. And so seventh graders have to be on junior and eighth graders have to be on advanced. And that isn't because we definitely just want things to be harder for you, but you won't be able to do your bibliography properly if you are not choosing the right level. So 6, 7, 8, pretty simple. So we're going to just look at starter at the moment, and we're going to submit. And just like I showed you in another video, we are now at the dashboard for animals. And let's say that my research question is, why are baby animals so cute? That is a great research question. Your teacher might disagree, but we're just typing that in right now so that we can see what it looks like. And say I need to have a to-do item. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to say, look at books with baby animals. I'm going to make a due date for that, maybe more at the end of the month, and submit. And now it's there. It has not been completed. I can check it here when it is. And now I'm going to go to my sources. I have no sources here because I haven't added anything yet. But if I wanted to add a source, I would click on that, new source. And Noodle Tools is great because it does things step by step with you. It's asking you, did you get this information from a database, a website, something that's print or in hand, like a book or a pamphlet? Or is this an ebook or a file or an app of some kind? So we're going to say database. And now it wants to know, what is it in the database that you're getting? And it's going to do that for everything. If I went to website, it wants to know, what is it that I'm getting from that? So you could get things like books or magazine articles, images from databases, reference sources, but a lot of it is original content, and that's what we're going to be looking at. And the great thing about Noodle Tools is whether I chose databases or website, no matter what I chose, it looks pretty much the same, and you're just plugging information in at this point. And if you don't know what to put in there, when you click, it has a box that pops up and tells you what to put in there. So I'm going to put the name of the database here, the database publisher here, the date of publication that's attached to the database. There may just be a year, and that's okay. The URL, the most recent date of access. That means the day that I last went onto that database to get the information. And a lot of times it's the same day that you're putting this stuff in Noodle Tools. Not always, but sometimes. And at this point now I'm looking at that original content in the database. So who wrote the article? Sometimes you can't find one, and that's okay. But what's the article title? That's important. And then I'm going to, from here, save. We're not going to do anything right now called annotations. We're just going to save. And when you save that, it will be under your sources, kind of like in the other video that I showed you, listed here. And so we will have our different sources listed here. And that's how you add sources to a project.